Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 13 minutes past 10 on whatever night of the week it is in the month of May. Back with two on the jumps tomorrow, National Hunt, and two on the flat. I was trying to keep the National Hunt people as well, the passengers on board, that some of them don't like the flat. So I was trying to get a couple of the last hour. So hopefully it might run well for us. Shout out to newcomer that has spotted Martin Coyne. Actually, that's the namesake of the gentleman that died 107. He was Michael Coyne. Funeral there was this evening. I got 3 funerals this evening in 3 different parts of the county. As well as that, I made a boo-boo with saying Vicky Wall was from Monaghan. I don't know what possessed me to say that. That can happen. And I was corrected by Ollie McLaughlin to say she was from the Royal County. A couple of All-Ireland medals in her handbag. These things to happen. We had 3 picked for today. Couldn't believe it this morning that Gordon Park was called off towards the 3rd week in May, and I know there was a lot of heavy rain, but the old track, I suppose, it can't absorb it like some of them. Remember a couple of weeks ago we picked horses thinking that good ground horses, and it was heavy, and I see it's good to Ferrum in Limerick, and that wouldn't be a million miles away. Well, it'd be a distance, all right. Then we had one runner, what was it? Smart Charger. He was 5-2 last night. That was gone this morning. So the passengers were eating into it overnight. It was hot on the exchanges I seen this morning. It was about 2-1, 15-8, then into 7-4. Anyone that had the Trixie done was dependent. You get more back out of it because rather than having the single then. So only for Buick, I think, we wouldn't be collecting, and only for we got the Bob as well on the line. I didn't know at first hand. I said, Jesus, not again. They were betting by a nose in 3 different races recently. Remember I was saying it a couple of weeks ago. There was 9 times last year. It's around this time of the year as well. We lost 6 and we won 3 by a nose, and we've got one today. Buick made it a stamina test, and the one that was probably second, if anyone that was on it, we weren't too worried about it, but he pulled him across the track. I don't know was there a stewards inquiry or not. I hadn't time to wait because I was heading to down to the north of the county to a funeral, and then had to go to a couple of more, and then I had to pick up a vehicle. I'm on the road again with Willie Nelson, on the road again tomorrow morning after being in Dublin for 9, and we're heading for the Langars to Kinsale for 2 nights. Never said in Kinsale 2 nights before. I think one would be enough. Nothing wrong with Kinsale, but I don't know what we'll do on the second day. We'll see. We'll find something. Might go fishing. Anyway, on to tomorrow. I was looking at a couple of jumps races tomorrow, and actually we tracker that. Remember that horse we backed a couple of times, Not Now Linda. It's won over hurdles recently, but it's not as good over jumps, over the fences. But it'll have a shot at that tomorrow. It's rated 116 now. It won 113. Heidi Palin was riding it. Harry is on tomorrow. But it ran well enough the last day too, and the good ground will help. I'm going an each way bet. I see there it's 9-1 and 10-1 in places. Is Chaos Control. Caleb, the top weight, has a shot at it as well. Ran very well the last day. We've seen it the day we backed that bit of a half donkey Klitschko. Caleb was nutted on the line, has went up £2 for it. But Chaos Control, good ground. Now I'm hoping that this ground stays good. That's an each way bet. Because I won at the track before, won by 22 lengths in a 4-year-old only. That was a 4-year-old only, wasn't it? Yeah, juvenile maiden hurl. But it beat horses rated 113 and 117. Bet the dung out of it by 22 lengths. Ran well enough the last day in a class 3. I know it was beaten 12 lengths. But if you look at a couple of horses that was behind it, was Auchenrisk and Matterhorn. Matterhorn was pulled up that day, but that Auchenrisk is a decent yardstick rated 134. That was a better race, and it wasn't beaten out of sight.
Manabank is next.
That's it in the
Further
green
back
there.
to Luna Sovereign way out, and Matterhorn, who's faded quickly and is a long way back in last. They head down towards the final flight of hurdles, and it is Wolf Prince in front and now shaken up for the first time as Aurigny Mill goes off in pursuit. Is around about 3 to 4 lengths adrift. He took a little look behind there, did Conor Brace on the leader. He's sitting confidently on Wolf Prince. Wolf Prince the leader with Manabank now chasing. Goes off in pursuit, moves second. The leader was big and bold at the last. A mistake in third from Aurigny Mill. Wolf Prince is out in front and showing the way by 2 to 3 lengths over Manabank, who's not going to make any impression. This was a very tidy win for Wolf Prince, and a salute of the crowd from Conor Brace as he scores for Fergler.
Back to a track where he won well before. I thought that might be worth a few pounds to him. So I was hoping for third at worst, and maybe it'll be custard on the cake if he wins at that price. We'll get this other jumpsman out of the way. The only one I could see, and I'm going on, it's good to Ferrum, but let's call it good ground, because there's bound to be showers, is Mahlers Cove. It's got up a few pounds for a couple of really good runs, but it's only 7. Jimmy Mangan trained it. So third to Time Marches On, and second to Prince of Air. Good to Yielding, and Yielding was in the description, whereas the 2 races prior to that, which was third and fourth, it was soft to heavy and heavy. I think the better the ground, the better the chances, so I don't want too much rain. Now, it won before of 87 handicap hurl. It was a bit softish, but better little horse than that. So, well, we check the prices. Route 5 to 1 shot, back at each way. Paying 4 places. 9 to 2 across the board there. Be an each way bet as well. That's what I was trying to, them 2 I was trying to get for the national hunt. Then we get 2 on the flat. The Group 3 tomorrow night, 2 miles. Bringing back horses that ran against 1, 2, 3 of them ran against each other the last day. And I'm going to side with the horse that we did go with the last year was bet, but was bet by a very good horse in Coltrane. And this looked all over the winner until it tired out of it. It hadn't ran from last October. And Jamie Spencer patched us out towards the end, but I'm hoping that this will bring us on a few lengths.
Very sweetly indeed in the second
Sweet
place.
William here. He looked all over a winner.
Sheen Murphy, Sweet William and Rap Havlin moving into third, and staying on is Keys Chorister for Jamie Spencer. Trushan is back in fourth. They're up towards the final furlong. On the outside, Sweet William laying it down to Coltrane on the inside. Not much between them. Keys Chorister flying on the outside is closing them both down. Coltrane responding. Coltrane and Keys Chorister. Coltrane just held on gamely for...
I think what Rob Havlin was trying to do was beat Coltrane, win for home. Didn't save enough petrol, and Mr. Spencer ran him down for second then. Hopefully the race will have brought him on a bit. And Chaos Chorister was put up £3 for that. As well. It's actually a £1 higher now on the ratings. The rain, I'm not sure what sort is the rain tomorrow, but Trushan didn't look to be back to his full tilt the last day after having wind surgery. I I always thought that he wanted hot, deep ground, although he did win the Northumberland Plate in Newcastle, and he ran and won in France on Arkday last year, and it was a brilliant performance on goodish ground that day. There's a horse as well running tomorrow night, an each way poke. It's a mile. There's 12 in it, 4 places. A lot of bookies paying. Crack shot is the fav. Mr. Spencer as well. But the 2 horses that he beat, I thought, when he won, that Zosimus, that has ran since no good, and that Alto, that was 4th, wasn't it, since? Fourth to Sonny Liston. Although that was no bad run for Sonny. But Navajio, that was an eye-catching 3rd in the Lincoln. He used to be with in Ireland and won twice, 78 and 85. 3rd enough 96. An eye-catching run in Doncaster. He was drawn on the wrong side of the track, I thought, the other time into the Newbury. I thought he ran well here.
Night Thunder leads the Lincoln field on the near side from the gatekeeper. Mr. Professor over on the far side, chased hard now by Thunderball, and then Chaz Esme's keeping on in the closing stages. They come up to the final furlong. It's Mr. Professor and David Egan, though, who've got a 2 lengths advantage inside the final furlong. Chaz Esme and Latam battling on, Navajio staying on, but Mr. Professor has got this all worked out, and Mr. Professor is storming home to take the Lincoln for David Egan and Dominic French-Davies. Latam second.
It was a decent run that first time. No, the other run behind Metal Merchant in Newbury. They were drawn on the wrong side. They were drawn on the outside, and he wasn't too busy on him. And even that horse that was 4th in the Lincoln, that horse, he ran backwards as well, and he has ran well since. He's actually one we'll keep an eye on when he runs again. There's a race in this horse. He was strapped up to 10 furlongs there, he went off favourite. The 27th. He's entered in red car, mile 2, back to that. Oh, is it Zetland and the Royal Hunt? Think a bit about him. We'll keep an eye on that fella. So Navajio is an each way selection, paying 4 places. That's it. I'll be in Cork tomorrow night in Kinsale. Hope to get a video. If not, it'll be the following morning. Bash the bookies. Over and out.